Hola, gente hermosa. Hoy tenemos un poco de comedia de Diane Morgan. Boys are always popular when they're murdered. I don't know what that means. Diane Morgan, crack up. This particular take does not look like her for some reason. And that kind of tripped me out because I was like, oh, is this another Diane Morgan? And I pressed play for like 2 seconds and it was her voice. So it's her. But, I mean, she's unkunkified, so it was hard to recognize her. Anyway, I mean, her kunk stuff is brilliant, so I figured, okay, let's give this one a try.
Apparently they're going to start using more regional accents on things like computers and answer machines. And I was trying to think what else she could have, you know. And then I thought, imagine someone's trying to force the door on one of those talking cars. And instead of it going, stop, move away from the car. This car is alarmed. Instead of that, you get, oh, you get off, you'll break it. I think they should get an old woman to do the tube stops on the London Underground. This is Collier's Wood. I'm 87. This is Hanger Lane. I used to have a friend who lived in Hanger Lane. She's dead now. Beggars on trains piss me off, you know. You've had a hard day at work, you're just trying to make your way home, the last thing you want to hear is, sorry to bother you, ladies and gentlemen. You know, they just kind of pop up from nowhere, don't they? I reckon they'll start appearing on planes soon. That little curtain will go back. Sorry to bother you, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just trying to get into club class. Just so as I can stretch my legs out. You never understand it why when someone dies they say, oh, he's gone to a better place. You must have had a fairly awful life if you think that 6 foot underground is a better place. Yeah, he's gone to a better place. Because before, he was trapped upside down in a well.
It would be better.
People always say if a girl who was murdered was pretty, as if it's more of a loss.
Right?
You notice that?
Yes.
Oh, she's such a pretty girl too, you know. They never say, fortunately, she was an absolute moose. So, you know, more of a blessing, really.
Ow.
And boys are always popular when they're murdered, aren't they? Such a popular boy, Steve, you know. Everyone loves Steve, yeah. Except the murderer.
Good point.
He hated him. Oh. I don't know if you've noticed, but I'm quite a negative person. And there's this test you can take. You've probably heard of this before, where you say, is the glass half full or half empty? You know, and I think this is where the test is flawed, because if to you the glass is half empty, that doesn't necessarily mean that you're a negative person, does it? You know, it could just mean that you're an alcoholic. But there's this new book that will train you how to think more positively. You know, so if you've just failed your driving test, you don't say, oh, I've just failed my driving test. You say, well, I can't drive yet, but I'm sure that with help, I'll be able to in the future. Something like that, you know. But to me, that's not positive thinking. Positive thinking to me would be flying through a car windscreen thinking, I might get tomorrow off.
Good point. Okay.
As I say, I am quite negative, though. I'm quite a miserable person. I get people shouting at me in the street, you know, to cheer up. Cheer up. It's usually groups of builders that shout this.
The smile more.
Actually, group is probably the wrong collective noun for builders, isn't it? It's probably a wank of builders. Cheer up. Yeah, well, I'm sorry I stopped grinning like a fucking idiot for 5 minutes. But my entire family's just been wiped out in a house fire. Lesbian.
Oh, man. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. That be life.
Yeah, I think I get my negativity off my parents. You know, they're quite negative people. Well, like whenever I ring them up, they always manage to bring me down. You know, they'll always put such a damper on everything. Like
I
I'll
know
ring up my dad
someone
and I'll
like
go,
that.
"Hey, Dad, I've just won the Nobel Peace Prize." And he'll say, "Have you? We've just had the dog put down."
Oh.
Put down. Such a weird phrase, that, isn't it, for killing a pet, put down. But even worse than that is when people say, "Oh, we had Blackie destroyed."
What? Who said that?
Destroyed? Jesus Christ, what did you do to him?
Made him swallow dynamite?
We thought it would be more humane to have him destroyed
Never heard that before.
by a huge metal robot that fires lasers through its eyes. Yeah, it's what it would have wanted. I can't think of anything that would sound worse than destroyed. You know, didn't you have a dog? I thought you used to have a dog, didn't you? Oh, yeah, but he was old and he couldn't walk. So we had him annihilated.
Aw. Okay. There were a lot of jokes in 5 minutes. Props for that, I guess. She looks weird, though. She doesn't look like herself. Like, I can hear that it's her. The features are there, but for some reason, she looks so different from the things I've seen. I don't know. It's kind of throwing me off. Also, stand-up's hard, man. Stand-up's hard. I don't know if it's her thing. Maybe it's this set. Like, even the crowd wasn't bursting with laughter, so I don't know. If it's a 1 out of 10 situation, this is probably like a 4.5. If I'm being generous, which I don't feel like I am today, it'd be a 5. But a 4.5. Like a solid 4.5. But, alright. Whatevs. I mean, I love her in other stuff. I've seen her. Oh, I think I saw her on, or have I not yet? I don't know. I know she's been on Wilty. I don't remember if I saw that episode or not. Can't remember now, but I know her Philomena Kunk stuff is absolutely brilliant, and the delivery on that is fantastic. So again, stand-up isn't for everyone. It's a very different, it's a very raw way of doing comedy, right? And it's just not for everyone. 5 minutes of a random set of apparently a really long time ago, I guess, isn't the best way to judge it. So, you know, maybe she's good and this wasn't it. But for now, I shall stick to kunkier things. Ladies and gentlemen, I am off. Toodles.